Welcome to Biscuits and SEC Week 9 SEC preview. We're going to go game by game and we're going to release these over the next several hours. Before we get started, Hank, you want to tell people how to read your stuff and how to get the stuff at Biscuits and SEC?
Absolutely, Stephen. Thanks for having us. Pretty easy right here on my shirt. So at Biscuits and SEC on all your socials. Our website is biscuitsandsec.com. And from there, you can find your way to our newsletter, which we send out Monday, Wednesday, Friday during the season. So that's the best way to reach us and read our stuff. And we'd love for you to follow along.
Yeah, and we're going to piecemeal this and release it basically hourly as we lead up to Saturday and some great college football. And we're going to start off on the plains, down in Auburn, Alabama. Auburn is a 3.5-point underdog. The game's on the SEC network. It's an 11 a.m. Central kickoff, and the over-under is at 62 points. Arkansas is kind of getting right a little bit. Auburn desperately needs this game. This could be a fun one, and weird stuff happens in this game on the plains. Boss man.
Yeah, I think you're right. You know, the fact that this game is at Jordan Hare kind of puts this one up in the air, in my opinion. I do think that Arkansas is just a better team in this one. KJ Jefferson, I've been saying it for a while now. Arkansas is just a different team with KJ Jefferson. I think they're a top 15 team with KJ Jefferson. If KJ Jefferson's not in the lineup, then I think they're somewhere in like the 30s, you know, if you're thinking about just ranking everybody in FBS. But KJ Jefferson should be playing in this one. They looked good against BYU, got back on track. That offense got back looking good. I think that they'll be able to score the ball against Auburn. I think that Rocket Sanders should have a great game against this Auburn defense as well. Auburn still has not shown us anything at the quarterback position to make you think that they can really exploit that Arkansas secondary as much as they're going to need to win this game. So I'm really looking at Arkansas to just be able to overpower Auburn with their offense. And Auburn, I don't think, just has enough. They haven't had enough against most teams all year. I don't think they're going to have enough against Auburn on Saturday.
Yeah,
or against Arkansas.
Yeah, Hammer, this game has to be basically Tank Bigsby and Jarquez Hunter and then try and hit seams and deep shots in the passing game, right? They've got to protect Robbie Ashford, correct?
Yeah, they have to. I'm not sure they'll be able to. Drew Sanders, one of the best pass rushers coming off the edge for Arkansas. I think he'll have a big game here. But you're right. Look, if you're Auburn, that's what you've got to do. You got to lean on Tank Bigsby. He's really the only real weapon they have offensively, at least weapon you can count on. Certainly guys could pop up and make a big play, one here or there. But in terms of consistent, anytime he touches the ball, he's a threat. It's Tank Bigsby. So if Auburn can run the ball and control the clock, they'll be able to hang in this game. But I'm on the same page as Alex here. I think with KJ Jefferson, Arkansas proved me wrong a week ago, took down BYU or whenever that was, 2 weeks ago after the bye. But anyway, I think Arkansas is a better team here. Auburn's had a lot of transfers this week. I think we're starting to kind of finally see what we knew was coming, where the seams are going to start unraveling here. And I think the guys that are still there will continue to play hard for Harsin. I just don't think they've got enough playmakers on either side of the ball to beat Arkansas. So I like the Hogs here.
Yeah, boss man, a prediction for this game. You got Auburn, the worst rush defense in the SEC against a team that is second in the SEC in running. Ole Miss ran for 448. Auburn is about 10 yards per game. Arkansas is about 10 yards per game below them. This could be a big game for the Hogs, right?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you know, like I said at the outset, I think Rocket Sanders is going to have a great game. This team's good with KJ Jefferson. I expect KJ Jefferson to get going. And I just don't think that Auburn hasn't shown us anything all year to make us think that their offense, in my opinion, can keep up with an offense with KJ Jefferson at the helm and Kendall Briles calling plays, where they just scored 52 points against BYU 2 weeks ago. In my opinion, I think this one looks like Arkansas probably about 42, Auburn around the 20s. I think Arkansas wins this one pretty easily. It might look a little bit close in the first half, kind of as it did against Ole Miss when Auburn played them. I know Ole Miss got off to a big lead, but Auburn had a little comeback. So I think you could see it close at halftime, and then in the second half, you'll see Arkansas pull away.
Yeah. Hammer, you don't expect any type of an upset this week, do you?
I don't, unfortunately. As I mentioned before, I think we're starting to see things in Auburn finally take that turn. I give Brian Harsin credit for keeping it together as long as he has. The team has not quit on him, but they had a couple of portal entrants this week. I think we're starting to see that. And look, this is a game where I think it could be a real, turning point for both teams, where Arkansas gets back on track in SEC play. The BYU win was very, very good and a good road win, but now they're back in conference play where they need to start winning some games. So I like them to use this as kind of a springboard. And for Auburn, you lose another game at home to Arkansas, who, if you're an Auburn fan, I know they probably don't look at Arkansas as someone that should be beating them in Jordan-Hare historically. So I think this is kind of a game where things will start to turn worse than they already have on the Plains.
Yeah, absolutely. This game will be at 11 o'clock Central Time on the SEC Network. Again, Arkansas is a 3.5-point favorite, and the over-under is sitting at 62 points. Should be a decent game. Weird stuff happens on the Plains, and I don't think Auburn Jesus has appeared yet this season, and he pops up every year at some point. So get ready for that.